Here we go.
Great, thank you.
Thanks. Hello, welcome Travel Week readers. Thank you so much for joining us today. I've signed on just a minute early, so I'm letting you all take a moment to file in. I see you coming in here. So again, thank you for being here. We have an awesome webinar planned for today. We have Judi Pim, who is the Regional Sales Manager in Canada for Visit Atlantic City, and she has a great presentation with many updates on this destination to share with everyone. I'm excited to learn more today with all of you. As you know, if you have any questions during the webinar, don't hesitate to put them in the Q&A box that you'll see at the bottom. I'll actually I think the chat is disabled, but I'll make sure the chat is enabled for everyone as well. So you can also chat amongst yourselves or make any comments in the chat. But if you have questions, put them in the Q&A box. And then at the very end, I will come back on and I will ask any questions that you have about Atlantic City on your behalf so Judi can answer them live. Another thing to mention today is that we have an awesome prize planned for today's webinar. It is a $100 Amazon gift card. Yes, 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 amazing prize. Just remember, you have to stay through to the very end of the webinar in order to be eligible for the random draw that will happen after the webinar is over. Be sure to look out for your emails because you will see a prize winner announcement with the follow-up email to this webinar, and we will connect the prize winner with Judi for the delivery of that prize. As you know, here at Travel Week, we are dedicated to providing the very best information to help you book amazing holidays and travel product for your clients. And so knowing that, and without further ado, I am very excited to pass the floor over to Judi today. Hi, Judi. Thanks so much for being here.
Hi, Candace. Thanks for having me. I'm super excited to be able to update everybody on Atlantic City, and I'm really sorry that my camera's not working. I am traveling, and I'm actually coming to you today live from Atlantic City.
That's amazing. And no worries about the camera. Our Travel Week community is definitely used to having lots of presenters with their cameras off before. This way also we can focus on all the beautiful pictures. I will see you at the very end of today's webinar for the Q&A period. And for now, I'll pass the floor over. So take it away. Thanks, Judi.
Thanks. Thank you, Candace. Welcome, everyone. Big thanks to you for joining today. We appreciate your interest in Atlantic City. I appreciate the time. I know how busy you are. So Candace already mentioned our $100 Amazon gift card. So please stay on. And I wish you luck. I hope you're the lucky winner. And let's just get started here. And you will get my email information on the final slide for today. So I'll provide that for you. So first, let's talk about where Atlantic City is located. And you know how they say location, location, location. We are just 2 hours from New York City, and we are 1 hour from Philadelphia. So that makes Philadelphia our best gateway. Atlantic City itself does have an airport, but there's no service from Canada. So Philadelphia, 1 hour away, being the best gateway from Canada. We're also just a 3.5 hour drive to Washington, D.C. So really great as a stop along the way. Or you will also see, if you're booking with motor coach companies for your clients, that you'll often see Atlantic City included in extended itineraries. If you're driving or your clients want to drive, we are approximately 10 hours from Toronto and 8 hours from Montreal. So that'll give you a bit of an idea on how close we really are. So Atlantic City is centrally located on the East Coast. And as we just mentioned, easy access by car. Train is also an option for Atlantic City. We have America's first boardwalk in Atlantic City, which was originally constructed in 1870, and it was meant to keep the sand out of the hotel lobbies. Today, it offers 5 miles of enjoyment. We're also definitely a golfer's paradise with over 20 golf courses, and we offer miles of white sand beach. Atlantic City has over 17,500 hotel rooms from brands that you know, and we'll review those in this presentation. And we're also home to 9 world-class casinos. Atlantic City is the largest gaming destination on the East Coast. Boardwalk Hall was built in 1929 and offers a 14,000-seat arena. And in the past, we've offered performances from great entertainers like Lady Gaga, Jennifer Lopez, and of course, our own Celine Dion. A recent lobby renovation includes the addition of the Atlantic City Experience. That's an interactive timeline highlighting the key dates of the city's rich past. Also featured here is the world's largest instrument and the oldest working pipe organ with 33,114 pipes. We do offer free 30-minute concerts and tours from May to September. Our lighthouse was designed by a Civil War general and dates back to 1857. With 228 steps, it is the tallest in New Jersey and offers great views of the skyline as well as the Back Bay. Steel Pier is one of the most historic and iconic landmarks in Atlantic City, featuring rides, including a custom carousel that depicts scenes from the rich history of the city. We also have an observation wheel, which I'll give you more details on shortly. Games and many food options are also available, making this a fun experience for people of all ages. Typically open weekends in the spring and fall and daily June through August. The historic Gardeners Basin is nestled on the protected channel along the Back Bays. This area includes Atlantic City cruises, tiki boat cruise, boating and fishing opportunities, as well as parasailing and dolphin and wildlife watching. Eateries in this area offer some of the best seafood. I think a surprise for many, and I'm going to apologize about that slide. My goodness, that is a small font that kicked in there. Anyway, a surprise for many, I'm sure, is the fact that Atlantic City has over 20 wineries and breweries, including Renault Winery, that dates back over 150 years. I just did a tour actually yesterday, and it was simply amazing. A definite favorite would be their blueberry champagne. Also located here is a golf course and a 55-room hotel, and coming soon, a beautiful spa. Of course, all of our wineries have tours and tastings. In addition, we have foodie tours and the Anthony Bourdain Food Trail, Atlantic City. Another highlight is the Little Water Distillery, which is a craft distillery offering Liberty Rum, Prosperity Rum, White Cap Whiskey, 48 Blocks Vodka, and the Rusted Revolver Gin. I love these creative names. Other great options, Tennessee Avenue, which is the Orange Loop, 3 beach blocks of one-of-a-kind restaurants, bars, live music, coffee, yoga, and more. And just when I'm mentioning Tennessee Avenue and the Orange Loop, if you're not aware, the board game Monopoly is actually based on the streets of Atlantic City. So that's why we call it the Orange Loop. Tennessee Avenue is one of the orange houses on the board game. Also, we have mini golf, a major arcade that I'm going to touch on more, and a raceway, and axe throwing. So lots of great fun activities, whether it's for families, couples, girls groups, bachelorette parties, different things like that. There's lots going on in Atlantic City. Back to a regular font and a big addition for Atlantic City. We have just opened up the Island Water Park at Showboat. This is the largest indoor water park in the United States and also includes an outdoor area. The space offers retractable awnings so we can make the most of the Atlantic City weather. With 11 thrilling water slides, 4 restaurants, 3 bars, this is sure to be a favorite for visitors. I mentioned earlier the observation wheel at Steel Pier, known as the Wheel. It's the third largest in the United States, and it stands 227 feet. Some fun facts: it opened in 2017. It features 40 temperature-controlled gondolas. Each revolution is 3 minutes, and a ride is 5 revolutions. So my simple math tells me that you'll be on there for 15 minutes. And the maximum capacity is 240 passengers. There is a 13,000 light package on the wheels, so it's just spectacular to see at nighttime. Atlantic City offers many food options, including local favorites like Doc's Oyster Bar, Carmine's family-style Italian. I must say I ate there last night, and be ready for some leftovers. The servings are massive. We have a restaurant called Gilchrist and the Back Bay Ale House and White House Subs. And White House Subs actually opened in 1946 and offers one-of-a-kind Atlantic City Italian bread. And of course, we have our fabulous celebrity chef restaurants, including Guy Fieri's Chop House at Bally's, Bobby Flay's Bobby's Burgers at Harrah's, Angeline by Michael Simon at Borgata, Gordon Ramsay's Hell's Kitchen at Caesars, Gordon Ramsay's Pub and Grill at Caesars, Gordon Ramsay's Steak at Harrah's Atlantic City, and recently added Nobu at Caesars Atlantic City. And I have to mention, and trust me, I'm going to mention it again because it's my all-time favorite. If you're eating at a Gordon Ramsay restaurant, be sure to save some room for the sticky toffee pudding. It's absolutely amazing. When it comes to shopping, we offer tax-free shopping on clothing and shoes. So that's a great incentive for Canadians wanting to make the most of our dollar when we're traveling. The Tanger outlets at Atlantic City offer 100 retail stores, including Nike, Michael Kors, Coach, Kate Spade, and Polo by Ralph Lauren. The area is anchored by Bass Pro Shops. The shopping area sits within walking distance from many of the hotels in the boardwalk. It sits 1 block behind Caesars and Bally's. As I mentioned, Atlantic City is the largest gaming destination on the East Coast and second in the United States after Las Vegas. Let's take a look at the casino properties we offer, starting with our boardwalk locations. So Caesars Atlantic City is a Caesars entertainment property. It's located next to Bally's and offers 1,100 guest rooms. It is a AAA 4-diamond property. Great dining options here include an Italian steakhouse, Morton's, Kiwi Noodle House, and as mentioned, Gordon Ramsay's Pub and Grill. The Circus Maximus Theater here, which has hosted greats like Jerry Seinfeld, Tony Bennett. The property also offers Qua Bath and Spa. In addition to the main casino floor, Caesars also offers the Wild West area that includes the Book, sports betting, as well as beer pong, live music, and the cheapest happy hour in town. Moving on to Bally's Atlantic City, it's right in the center of the boardwalk at the heart of Atlantic City, at the corner of Park Place and the boardwalk, which again, sounding familiar from Monopoly. The property offers just over 1,200 guest rooms, numerous restaurants, including Guy Fieri's Chop House and Harry's Oyster Bar, and of course, the latest in gaming. The Hard Rock Hotel and Casino is formerly the Trump Taj Mahal and offers just under 2,000 rooms. The renovated property features an amazing lobby with music memorabilia, multiple restaurants, shops, and of course, gaming. Located directly across from Steel Pier makes this a fabulous location. Continuing on the boardwalk, we have Ocean Casino Resort, which is the former Revel location if you were here years ago. It is another large property with just under 1,400 guest rooms. It's the tallest building in Atlantic City, offers amazing ocean views. Located at one end of the boardwalk, it is a quieter area and a beautiful property with many shops and restaurants, including Wahlburgers. Resorts Casino Hotel, located next to Hard Rock, has the hottest casino floor. This property is all about fun. Resorts is the home to Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville, as well as the Landshark Bar and Grill, which is the only year-round beach bar in Atlantic City. This property offers additional dining options, multiple retail shops, and new casino gaming. The property has 942 guest rooms, and it's the original casino on the boardwalk, the first one outside of Nevada when it opened May 26, 1978. Last but not least of the boardwalk casino locations is Tropicana, also a Caesars Entertainment property with over 2,000 rooms in 5 towers. This property is Cuban inspired and offers indoor shopping atrium. In addition to the casino, which by the way has been voted the luckiest casino, the property has 24 restaurants, 25 retail shops, 18 nightlife options, and an IMAX theater. And moving on to the Marina area casinos. First, we'll start with Borgata, the largest property in New Jersey with over 2,700 rooms. This is an upscale AAA 4-diamond MGM property, which offers world dining options, including outlets by celebrity chef Michael Simon and Wolfgang Puck. Also 6 pools, spa, and a theater in addition to the casino. Harrah's Resort and Casino is another Caesars Entertainment property with just under 2,600 rooms that have recently been renovated. This location offers casino play as well as a tropical pool complex, spa, and multiple dining options, including Gordon Ramsay's steak. And I'm going to mention that sticky toffee pudding again because I cannot resist it. And as I said, Bobby Flay is here with Bobby's Burgers, and also Guy Fieri has opened up Chicken Guy at this location. The final casino property in the Marina area is the Golden Nugget, which has 700 luxury guest rooms. The property has a fresh, modern look, and aside from gaming, offers nightly entertainment, retail shops, and multiple restaurants. Additional amenities here include a spa, salon, and a rooftop pool. Of course, we offer non-gaming hotels as well. On the boardwalk, Showboat Atlantic City reopened in 2016 as a non-gaming property. It is iconic and has been on the boardwalk for over 20 years. It offers one-of-a-kind Atlantic City eatery, as well as a surf bar with great ocean views. As I mentioned, it is home to the Island Water Park that just opened. And we have an amazing arcade here. And on the edge of that arcade is an indoor go-kart track. And apparently the go-karts go up to 45 miles an hour. So I have to try that the next time for sure. And some really interesting vending machines here too. So what happened here is they actually took the gaming floor when Showboat was a gaming property initially. When it became non-gaming, they took all that gaming space and made it into an arcade. So you can just imagine how big the arcade is here. Moving on to the Claridge Hotel, which is a Radisson hotel. It's located on the boardwalk beside Bally's. It is known as the skyscraper by the sea and was built in 1929. This historic property has had notable guests, including Marilyn Monroe, Frank Sinatra, Princess Grace of Monaco, and Al Capone, offering multiple on-site bars, including the View Rooftop Bar, Atlantic City's only rooftop bar and restaurant on the 23rd floor. It is amazing and a must-see while at the property. Located behind Brighton Park, the hotel is just a short walk to entertainment, shopping, and dining. The Courtyard by Marriott is located just 1 block from the beach and boardwalk, and it's walking distance to the Outlet Mall and to Boardwalk Hall. This location offers all that you've come to expect from this Marriott brand and is highly ranked on TripAdvisor. The last property I wanted to highlight is the Sheraton Atlantic City Hotel. It is home to the largest private collection of Miss America memorabilia. We also have the Tun Tavern Restaurant and Brewery with live music on the weekends. Adjacent to the outlet shopping area and within walking distance to all that is Atlantic City, including the boardwalk. Last but certainly not least, Atlantic City is the entertainment capital of the Jersey Shore. Come and experience great entertainment. This year, we're looking forward to seeing Kelly Clarkson, Hart, Motley Crue, Ludacris, Snoop Dogg, Miranda Lambert, just to name a few. That brings us to the end of the webinar. We'll go back to Candace to see if we have any questions.
Judi, thank you so much for that. There was so much great information in there, and just amazing to see all the different things that visitors can do when they come to Atlantic City. We had a lot of agents in the chat commenting on that, just saying how, wow, I knew it was a gambling destination, but it sounds like there's a ton of foodie attractions and other entertainment to enjoy. Love this is something that Danielle shared, and a lot more of that as well. Someone who was just at the Hard Rock last week. A lot of love for Atlantic City. So thanks again for sharing. Yeah, we definitely have some questions as well. This first one comes from Chris Steedman, and he's asking, I know the observation wheel is a shorter ride, but he's wondering if a couple is allowed a glass of champagne or wine for the trip. Some observation wheels do that. So I think, yeah, that's his question.
Yes, we definitely have a team at Steel Pier that works the wheel. So if there's a special request like that, you know, if people want to propose or, you know, have that glass of champagne, it's certainly something that can be set up ahead of time. I don't think we can do it just on the spot, but I'd be happy to provide the contact information for Steel Pier and the wheel to set up some special occasion activity.
Okay, thank you.
And we also do group bookings as well. So if somebody's got, you know, can we get 4 gondolas in a row? Of course, we can set those things up.
Excellent. Thank you for that answer. The next question I have comes from Danielle, and she's asking about which properties would you recommend for families or anyone that's families that are bringing small children as well to Atlantic City?
Well, I guess it does depend on budget. I mean, I really love to be on the boardwalk because Atlantic City really, it's based on the boardwalk, and I think it's nice if you can do it. And listen, the properties are not extremely high priced like you're going to find in other American cities. We, of course, have our seasonality, but I would really recommend Showboat because it's well positioned on the boardwalk. It's close to Steel Pier, which families want to take part in. And families are, of course, welcome at all of our casino properties, but they're not allowed on the casino floor. They're allowed to walk through the casino floor, but not on the casino floor. Like they can't stay on the casino floor. So it's easier to stay at a non-gaming hotel, I think. And I'm really impressed by all that Showboat has to offer, and the water park is attached to it. So I think it's a really great choice for families.
Excellent. Thank you. That's a great suggestion, Judi. Our next question we have is another hotel suggestion. Suzanne is asking about a hotel or resort that you would recommend for a honeymooning couple coming to Atlantic City.
Okay. So I have to pick and choose between the different properties.
Or you could do a top 3 maybe, or a top 5.
Yeah. I'm going to give a couple of different answers because
Sure.
I think Caesars, so again, on the boardwalk, I'm going to choose Caesars for that because they tend to be just that little higher level, and they also have Nobu hotel rooms now at Caesars Atlantic City. So you've got that more exclusive high end, if that's what they'd like for their honeymoon. And Caesars has done a really great job of updating their property here. I would also, from a different perspective, and Caesars is again centrally located, so everything's right out your door, if not within the property. But I'd also think that Ocean would be a nice choice. It's a gorgeous property, and it is to the northern part of the boardwalk, so it's a little bit less busy down there. And fabulous views. And in the marina area, Borgata is, you know, top. But if you want something that's a little bit smaller, that Golden Nugget just had around 700 rooms and is a luxury property. So I think you've got some good choices. My heart would take me to the Caesars property.
Awesome. Thank you. Those are all great recommendations. I'm sure that Suzanne and lots of our other agents on the call today appreciate that. Yeah, Suzanne saying great options and advice. Thank you, Judy. The next question we have comes from Cheryl, and she's asking about fan trips. So if travel agents who want to visit on their own time, are there fan trips or agent rates or like deals on attractions that they would be able to access?
Yes, that's a really good question. And I'm actually down here in Atlantic City on a fam trip right now. So it's the first one we've done in a little while, actually. So it's been great to be here and see everything refreshed. A couple of different answers there. We will look to do fam trips in the future. So that will become an opportunity. But if somebody's coming down on their own, certainly let me know. The properties I know, some of the different properties do offer travel agent discounts, so they could take advantage of that. The visitors office would be happy to set up with some discount coupons and such for the attractions. And there's also some great value add here in Atlantic City. We mentioned the pipe organ concert at Boardwalk Hall being free, but we also have other things free of charge. So I think you could, you know, combine the agent rates with some discount and possibly promotion opportunities from the visitors and convention office here, depending. And then we also have some value add for anybody coming here. So I think we could certainly support an agent's stay here in Atlantic City.
Excellent, excellent. That all sounds great, Judy. Thank you for that. And Travel Week community here today. Just noticed Judy's got her contact information up here as well. So you can take that time to just jot it down, because I know some of you have asked. Another question coming from Cheryl is about transportation. She's asking if folks fly into PHL Airport, how would they get to Atlantic City if they don't have a car?
Right. So I like the disclaimer if they don't have a car, because one of the recommendations would be to rent a car. You can also arrive by train from Philadelphia. So if you did a transfer between the airport and the train station in Philly, you could come into Atlantic City by train. So that's a good option. And while there's no set shuttle service, there are car services and Uber. It is going to have a cost to it because we've got that 60 minutes and sometimes traffic or high peak times. So it is an option though, but the train, if you don't have a car, I think the train is a good option.
Okay, great. Thank you for that suggestion. Tanisha is asking the slides from today's presentation. This was something someone else also asked in the chat. The slides from today's presentation, is there any way that the travel agents on this call today could have access to them?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
First, I will fix the font. So
Yeah,
they're
and
all
then
consistent. My apologies there, but no, I'm happy to share it. So whether
excellent.
you,
Yeah. Yeah, you
yeah,
could
go
just
ahead,
send
Kim.
it over to me, Judy, and then when I send out the follow-up email to all the attendees today, I can include it as an attachment or as a link on that email, if
Yeah,
that
perfect. That would
works.
be amazing. And
Okay,
again,
great. Yeah,
my apologies, you know, Candace and I were talking at the beginning of this, as we were about to go live and talking about technology glitches. Of course, I have no
that's
camera, and
right.
then I get into my slideshow and I'm like, what happened to my fonts? I do check these things, but well, I don't know what happened. So
I know,
we'll
I
get it.
hear you.
We'll get you a fresh looking copy.
Great, that's amazing. And yeah, these things do happen live, and we're definitely used to it on these live calls with the odd glitch, and it's no problem at all. So thank you for getting that off to our travel advisors who are here with us today. Okay, and yeah, we've got one more question from Cheryl, and she's asking, would you recommend a rental car in Atlantic City?
Well, I think it really depends on what you'd like to do while you're here in Atlantic City. So certainly you can spend your days without requiring a rental car. The boardwalk is totally walkable. It's 5 miles long. I mean, you can split it into 2 or 3 days to explore, or you can do it all in one day, depending on how you want to manage your trip. Also, if you're staying at Harrah's out at the marina, or if you're staying at Caesar's on the boardwalk, they do offer a complimentary shuttle between those two properties. So you can move between the boardwalk area and the marina area without a car rental. But if you want to experience our wineries or something we didn't touch on that's just 20 minutes from the boardwalk is a historic area called Smithville, which is shops and restaurants set up in historic homes and cabins. That's a nice thing to do if you want to experience golf, or if you want to. Another thing I didn't get a chance to mention today, we have a historic landmark in the area called Lucy, the elephant. She's been around since the 1800s and was designed to bring people to the beach as a real estate opportunity. And she's a big metal elephant that you can climb up into. And her original home is Atlantic City, but she's been moved down the coast just a few miles to keep her as a treasure. So if you want to do little things like that in the area, I would recommend a car, but you can certainly be here without a car.
Okay, excellent. Thank you. Yeah, Cheryl's wondering about parking, if parking would be costly there.
No, parking's not costly. All the hotels have it. And depending, some of them are offering free parking. So, it depends on what you choose, but you'll be able to investigate those details when you're in the booking process.
Okay, excellent. Thank you. We have one more question from Razi. And before that, there was a few questions that I just want to clear up. Some of our advisors on the call today asking about the recording of this webinar. I answered it in the chat, but I'll just say it again here. Yes, there will be a recording of today's webinar. It's being recorded as we speak, and you will get a link to that recording, which will be posted on Travelweek's YouTube channel within about 24 hours of today's webinar. So stay tuned for that, and you will be able to view this again. We had a question again about pricing. And so we're almost right at the end of today's webinar. Once we get through to the very end, you will be eligible for that $100 Amazon gift card. We will draw a name at random after today's webinar is over from the attendee list, and then we will reach out to the winner and announce it in our follow-up email as well. So stay tuned for that. And then Judi, we have one more question here from Razi. It's a question again about families coming to Atlantic City. Razi's wondering about babies and particularly very young children, if you would recommend bringing them to this destination as well.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, I think Atlantic City is a multi-generational destination. I think young families are certainly welcome here. Well, while we do have gaming, it's certainly not the only thing to do here. We've got all kinds of fun family activities. And I think that young children and really young infants are more than welcome in Atlantic City.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Judi. And we just had one more last question come in from Celine, and she's asking about resort, what resorts charge a resort tax, if there's any that do, if you would know
Yes,
that offhand.
they do.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
the gaming properties are all charging a resort fee. So as you've come to know in Las Vegas, that is true here as well.
Okay, great. Thank you so much for clarifying that. And that looks like all our questions have been answered for today. So I just want to take this time to say thank you, Judi, and to Visit Atlantic City for being here with us today to present to all of our Travel Week community. We have 120 participants on the call today. So lots and lots of interest in this destination. And it's great to have you here and to be able to share more with us about all the updates and what's been going on and answer the questions for our guests. Before we head off, is there anything else that you would like to add before we go?
Well, I guess not I guess, I know our big thanks to Travel Week for having us today. This is a great way for us to get the good word out on Atlantic City, and I'm totally impressed by the attendance. Thank you, travel advisors, for joining this call. Thanks for your interest in Atlantic City. And after the call, you've got my contact information now. Anything I can do to help you, questions I can answer, or things that we can do to support you to get people interested in Atlantic City, we're on board with you. So please reach out, and thanks again for your time. Appreciate how valuable it is.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you, Judi. It certainly is our pleasure to have you here with our Travel Week community as well. And as always, thank you to our Travel Week readers who are here participating today and learning more. Congratulations. All of you who are here are now eligible to win the $100 Amazon gift card, which you will receive an email about if you are the winner. So stay tuned for that. I can't wait to see all of you from our community on our next call. Have a wonderful rest of day. And until next time, thanks again, Judi. Thanks again, Travel Week readers.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.